You ever see the original Frankenstein movie? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely more of a product of its time than some great perfect movie. Like there's some issues like the ending just kind of resolves. Like the movie just kind of ends. And there's a couple choices in the dialogue and delivery that are a little funky, but for the most part, it's actually a really solid film. As an adaptation of the Frankenstein novel, it's okay. I've read about half of the Frankenstein novel by now, and that's a really good book, and I certainly recommend that you go read that. And if you don't have the time to like read or like if you don't have a physical copy, then there's plenty of audiobooks on YouTube. Um, but as a movie, as a standalone movie, the sorry, the original Frankenstein movie is kind of an interesting case because I always thought, based on the way people talked about it, that the monster was the victim of of circumstance, but that's pretty far from the truth, if you ask me. He's a monster. He's a creature, an unnatural thing with a degenerate criminal brain with the strength of 10 men. It needs to be destroyed. Sure, there is that moment where it innocently tries to play with a little girl, and spoilers from here on, I guess. Um, he ends up drowning this little girl without meaning to. But the thing is, he so consistently behaves violently after that, like before and after that, that I don't think it's unfair to come to the conclusion that the point of this story is that the creature should be destroyed. There are tragic elements to the character of the monster, but it's still the villain of the story. I will say, seeing the dichotomy of Victor Frankenstein um, from the beginning of the movie, where he's just an outright villain, robbing graves and obsessing over his work, to seeing him later in the movie, like regretting his work. Um, it's a little sharp, it's a little quick, maybe a little bit too drastic, but the actor does a fantastic job of delivering both versions of the character. It's just it's a little too stark. But being an early movie, I think we can forgive that drastic level of difference. Um, yeah, no, the cast did a pretty good job overall. Boris Karloff was a standout performance as the monster. Like one detail that I really liked that I don't know if they did this on purpose, but his left hand was always incredibly stiff, like really really stiff because it was one like continuous arm. But then his right hand, which had like surgery scars over it, was constantly like jiggling and shaking as he walked around. And I don't know if they did that on purpose or if that was just one of those happy little accidents, but that was a nice little detail that I noticed that I thought was pretty fun. Um, the effects are pretty great for, was it 1930, 31? I think it was 1931. I'll double check. I'll put it up on the screen here. They're like you can see how the effects are done, but uh they're fun to watch in a way that I'm not really sure that I can describe accurately. Um, like there's one point where a dummy gets thrown off of a building and like slaps into one of the arms of a windmill, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Like the way that the dummy like almost snaps in half, like that. Like I could tell it was a dummy, but it got like a visceral kind of reaction out of me. It's like I audibly said "ooh," like and I thought, oh, he's that character is probably dead. If he's not, he's got several broken ribs. Like, dude, he actually hit the windmill with so much impact that it like brought the windmill the other way temporarily. So you can see where like the seams were in in some of the special effects, but it was fucking awesome either way. I love the movie. I really really like it. There's definitely some points where characters, especially the monster, show up at really convenient times and places. So there's a lot of there's quite a fair amount of contrivance in the film. Um, but yeah, overall, I would highly recommend the movie if you love horror movies, or you're a film buff, or you're just looking for something to watch this Halloween. I would highly recommend that you watch the original Frankenstein. It's a pretty fun movie, and it's a short watch. It's actually only about an hour long. So yeah, just give it an hour of your time and just enjoy the show. It's a fun one.
It's alive!